Hey guys, True here. So yes, Konami did a thing. Dropped it on us. Cali Effect, you were right. You said September 15th, Banlist was coming. Props to you, bro. And I'll review later on in another video of how close I was with my predictions, I guess. Which is kind of good because, as you guys could tell, the channel is kind of, my channel in particular is kind of like, I don't want to say dying off completely, it's just it's been stale lately. So it's been really hard for a casual player. I consider myself very casual because I don't compete at YCSs or Worlds or anything like that. Seldomly go to regionals. I consider myself a locals kind of guy. So crazy though. I was just working. I was literally working. I turned on my Twitter because of all this stuff going on in the political world, and I just wanted to see updates and everything because there was an update this morning on the whole situation. Got on break at work, and I went and pulled up my Twitter, and it said 6 second to go update, Konami Banlist. I was just like, holy shit. And this is after I was giving shit to my friends in my chat locally because the OCG just announced that they're having another ban list. So they've gotten 2 ban lists in the period that we've only gotten 1 kind of thing. So I was pissed. And lo and behold, here we are. So let's look it over. Completely honest and transparent with you guys, I've already looked at it and reacted to it my own self and been thinking it over in my own head. So none of this is going to be like, oh my god, I can't believe they did that. Like, I already know what they did. So what I'm trying to do is I'm at a point already where you're kind of just past that stunned phase, and I'm just like, okay, what does this mean? What does this look like going forward? There's things I'm bummed out about. There's things that I'm not bummed out about. There's things that I'm kind of like meh about. There's things I'm excited for, and there's things that I'm just like, this kind of sucks and makes no fucking sense to me. So let's get right into it. So Moon, I think we've all been seeing that it's kind of like the Appaloosa, Baron, Electromite, Arise Heart. It's one of those cards that's just so obligatorily powerful that you knew eventually it was coming. It's one of those cards. Splash Mage, this is my first what the F moment, or what the fuck moment. Malice and Ryzel taking hits on this list. I don't agree with it. I don't think that Malice or Ryzel needed to get hit whatsoever. They're still completely viable in their own ways, and they can still do damage and do things. Yes, you're losing even more cards, but like, I don't know. I just didn't think that they needed to get hit. So, King of the Feral Imp's cool. Little smack on the wrist of Mitsurugi. You still got 3 prayers. You still got 3 Habakiri. Yes, you can't bridge Ryzel, but who cares? And then number 67. Like, we all knew it was coming, right? Branded Fusion. Womp womp, who cares? I mean, we'll see if Branded does something, we'll see if Branded Draco Tail does something, who knows, but yeah. The most important part of the ban list, X and Dormouse, again, completely unwarranted in my opinion. They could have just stayed at 2. I don't think that they needed to move these cards to 1. Given all the other hits they did, I still think that those 2 cards being at 2 would have been completely and totally fine. Here's my biggest what the F moment. Stake Your Soul and Raisin. If you're gonna hit Yummy and all that shit, why didn't you just hit K9? Like, you guys could have hit Azuna to 2, or you could have done something in that nature. I don't think Vanquish Soul is a problem this format. I think the problem was the K9 part of it. So, it kind of sucks that Vanquish Soul, which even though you guys haven't seen me do a lot of content on my channel with, you haven't seen me do a lot of like tournaments, I've played them, Vanquish Soul, at 4 different tournaments in the past year. just randomly went to tournaments and played Vanquish Soul, and I had a great time. And so for me, it was just kind of unwarranted that Vanquish Soul takes the bullet for K9. That's bullshit. Lacrima and Karibo. This tells me we are potentially open to the idea of one day getting my precious Baron back. So I'll take it. I will take the, hey, we're bringing back Lacrima and we're bringing back Link Karibo, and I will not bitch and moan about it because, again, like I said, this tells me that eventually a conversation dialect will open up in that room, the Banlist committee room, where potentially Baron will be coming back. So I will take it. Summon Sorceress, yada yada. I'm glad we got hits to Yummy. Fuck that deck, it's so stupid, I can't stand it. Dryden, I'm excited about Zoo. I'm excited that Zoo's coming back. I know it doesn't do shit in Master Duel, even though it's at full power. I know a lot of people are memeing that you're a fool if you think Ryzel Zodiac is a thing at all, but casual players like myself will try that shit at a tournament. I will try to mix Zodiac and Ryzel at one point and go try to have fun with it. So yeah, that's cool. Chrison catching strays because they're hitting all the decks. Cool. Even though they left a few decks out of it that I'm just kind of like, why didn't this deck take a hit if all these other decks are taking hits? Solemn Judgment, that's a trickery card to hit. I mean, yeah, everybody's playing in a gate to go first, but now you just put in barrier, I guess. I don't know. So, last but not least, probably one of my favorite parts of the ban list. We get Snake Eyes back. We get Snake Eyes back. Cool. But I needed OSS, man. Like, please just give me OSS back. That's all I was asking for. Now I gotta just play Snake Eye, Fire King, Fiendsmith, or something like that if I want to play Snake Eye. Because that's what I wanted to play going forward. I was really hopeful that, hey, maybe they're gonna bring OSS back, and I'm just gonna have a format of playing Snake Eye. Even though it's gonna be like the 7th or 8th best deck in the room. But, Konami, you just like to, like, ride that line of, like, I'm gonna make you happy, but just barely. I'm not gonna make you over the moon excited. I'm just gonna kind of graze that line of your tipping point. Like, I'm happy to see 3 Ash. I'm happy to see 3 Poplar. I'll never play 3 Poplar, but I'll happily play 3 Ash and get more consistency. Having 4 Snake Eyes Ash in a deck now is pretty cool because I have 1 Bonfire. But, well, I guess technically 5 because I also have 1 for 1. But it would have been a lot cooler, man, if you'd have just let me build my Snake Eyes Fire King deck with the Wanted engine. And I don't think that that deck was going to go win a YCS. Really don't. So, Zodiac Barrage coming back to 3, cool. Now you can play like a little small Zodiac engine in your deck. You could play 3 Barrage, 1 Wrap here, and 1 Dryden. And kind of just do your full combo. If you're not locked into anything, drop a Barrage at the end, go into Wrap here, and put a Dryden on top of it. Now you got an instant pop at the end of your combo. That's what this kind of just gives casual players. Having an extra pop is never a bad idea at a locals tournament, especially if your opponent's not expecting it. So, Glow Up Bulb, don't care. Masterpiece, don't care. Diagram, cool. I know TSON's going to be really excited about that. Don't care about Morphing Jar. Lightning Storm, with Solemn Judgment going to 1, they're really opening up that whole, hey, if you go second, you really got a good chance now of just wiping boards. They're really opening that up, so that's cool. Overall, my thoughts on the ban list are cool. Cool. We got a list. I've been sitting here for like 2 weeks now going, damn, where's this list? Ever since Worlds was ended, I was like, all right, where's the list, dude? Like, we need to have this list back. Where's the list? And it's not, I wasn't like foaming at the mouth like Konami said after Worlds, it's September 1st, where is it? But definitely around like the September 6th or 7th, where we were not getting any kind of communication, and then they trolled us with that post on Monday that we're pumped for this week. I was just like, if they're saying that because they were pumped for yesterday's presentation of Doom, which kind of looks like hot ass. I mean, the MST deck, I'll probably give it a try on Omega at one point because I I'm that kind of guy. Like, the cards look cool to me and I want to try it out, but like, nothing in that set is making me go hoorah. I mean, the Dominus card's pretty cool. You get a Compulse. Cool. Like, somebody I saw on Facebook last night was like, this new Dominus card puts Fire King over the edge. It's tier 1, baby. And I'm like, a Compulse doesn't make Fire King tier 1. So unless I'm missing something, I don't know. You guys will have to help me in the comments. But I feel like Doom is going to kind of suck. So I feel like that they were kind of getting that feeling from the player base yesterday. Like, a lot of people were vocally like, that's it? You gave us a bunch of RB cards that nobody cares about, and then a cool Dominus card? Oh, and then you showed the picture of that Yummy coming out? Like, so I feel like maybe Konami was kind of in a forced position this morning where they were like, well, people are not excited for Doom. Yesterday, they really didn't show any excitement when we presented it. Like, maybe we should just drop the list now, and I don't know. Maybe that was their thought. Maybe the OCG announced their ban list this morning, that they were going to announce it on the 21st, and these guys were kind of expecting to do the same thing, and they were like, well, shit, we can't do that, so let's just drop it now. Who knows? But this list feels out of nowhere because they've been doing really cool the past like 9 months of doing these at YCSs and doing a big announcement and yada yada yada. And then we go right back to our traditional, here's your Twitter post ban list. So that kind of pissed me off. I was just like, I'm not looking, I don't like this. Like, where is my dude with a suitcase and sunglasses like a fucking wrestling match announcing the ban list? Why isn't that happening? So it's just kind of one of those things where it was like the atmosphere already feels off. There's a lot of chaoticness going on in the world right now, and you dropped a random ban list right now that doesn't, I don't want to say that there's not bangers on here, but there's nothing that really made me go, oh, holy crap, they did that. There's a lot of me just going, huh, why? Like, why is Vanquish Soul catching strays when K9 is the thing that brings it over the top? You know, so that's kind of my thought process. Draco Tail being the far and away luckiest deck in the world right now, because Draco Tail players, you're eating good. If anything, you guys got not only a boost, but now you could even potentially put in 2 branded fusions in your deck. You could potentially throw a fucking rep here in your deck and do your whole import and then drop a Dryden at the end of it. You could do a whole bunch of shit, Draco players, so you're eating good. You don't got to worry about Paradise. You don't got to worry about Fiendsmith people comboing and bridging, or Mitsurugi bridges, or Yummy. Now you just ash the hell out of Schooled and you're feeling safe. You imperm the hell out of the Link. You're feeling safe. Herald the Arclights at 1. You're feeling safe. Like, so Draco Tail players, you're eating good. I have a full Draco Tail deck that I considered playing when I first got it, but it was kind of reminding me of like when the whole set with Ryzel came out. I was all about Malice at first, and then I fell in love with Ryzel. I was all about playing Draco Tail, and then the whole set came out, and I just couldn't be fucked. I was like, I'm just sticking with Ryzel. Like, I don't really care for any of these decks. And then I had my Vanquish Soul core. Now I gotta take out 4 of its most pivotal cards. I had pure Vanquish Soul with Holly, so I didn't even play K9 in it. I have an entire K9 core, but I was just like, nah, I'd rather, it's kind of like, there's a guy named Rogue Hero on YouTube, and he played Ryzel last format, but he didn't play it with Fiendsmith or Mitsurugi, he just played Ryzel. That's how I was feeling about Vanquish Soul this format. Maybe I'll just play pure Vanquish Soul. So, for me, man, this list is kind of like a, hey, cool, we got a ban list. It's cool to see that we finally got an update to our game. It's cool for me to see because the chat that I'm in was completely excited. Everybody was talking and having fun, seeing YouTubers getting excited about it, seeing player base getting excited. It's cool to see that, to see excitement back in the game, okay? There's excitement back. Now it's not a dwindling just shitter, because it's been silent lately. There's been people just doing local shit, and nobody's really talking about the game. Everybody's just kind of doing their own thing, you know. So that was getting old real quick. I was like, oh, we're in one of these phases where we're all just stepping away from the game because there's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to do. So to see that end, and now we're going to see a whole bunch of deck profiles in the coming days of people trying to mix stuff. I've already had my own ideas, and I'll show you guys those briefly here. So let me just go right into that. I have already been mashing around, and like you guys can see, I'm already kind of sitting there like, well, they don't have it updated yet on here on the client, so I can't put 3 of these in, but I'm thinking 3 of these, 3 Barrage, 1 Wrap here on top of a Rizel deck with maybe, not that, but like a 4-card Zodiac engine, just putting Dryden in there and then playing a Rizel deck. Why not? Have some fun with that, locals. I've already updated my Rizel Voice deck. I simply took down 1 X and I replaced it with another Purge. So, I mean, doing that there. I guess the craziest thing I've gotten into is, what the hell do I do with a Vanquish Soul now? And now I'm kind of like, am I forced to play K9? And then do I just add the Snake Eyes cards? This is going to be 1 Poplar and 1 Ash to just even it out. So I'd have 3 Ash, 3 Poplar, or maybe I could take it down to 2 Poplar and 1 Oak, and then the guy here, just so I have fires for Raisin, because you need more fires in the deck. Not really sure what to do there. Tempai kind of feels good right now. Like, now I can take this out and put Lacrima in and kind of just see how that goes. This deck not being touched, I need to get a hold of some Purges. Maybe this is the way for the next format. I don't know, because for me, I'm like, all right, I want to go from, yes, being a content creator, I want to have massive decks open to be able to present at all times and talk about, which I will. But to be honest, on paper, I kind of just want to roll forward with like 1 or 2 decks and just master those 2 decks instead of having all the deck cores I have, because I have a shit ton of deck cores. I'm kind of just wanting to number it down to like 1 or 2 cores and just playing those on paper, and then having all these cores on here, and if I want to, maybe I can go and trade one of those cores for one of these if I want one of them. Like, all of these that you see here, I have all of these deck cores. Plus I have Manadium, Tri-Brigade, Tearlament. I have, what do you call it? Ice Barriers. I have K9. I don't have Yummy, and I don't have Memento, and I don't have Christian, but I have damn near everything else. So I'm just like, well, why though? If I'm not going to play them as much at locals, why hold on to them? Like, I can just have them all right here, and if I ever want to float in anything, I can. But I'm just kind of at a point right now where I guess I got to figure out what I want to roll forward with, which is what we're all doing. We're all doing that today. All of us today are sitting there going, okay, that's the list. What do I want to roll forward with? Because we're not getting another list probably until January 1st. So this is what we're doing with the rest of the year. So the rest of the year going forward, you know, in my opinion right now, unless somebody proves me wrong, Vanquish Soul is out. Vanquish Soul is out. So I just don't know how you make it work with 1 Raisin and 1... Yeah, you could play the Rescue Ace engine, I guess, instead of the Snake Eyes engine. And roll forward that way. I guess I suppose you could do that. Vanquish Soul, K9, Rescue Ace. You could do Vanquish Soul, K9, Snake Eyes. You could do something like that. I don't know. We'll have to see. But at Anaheim, I think all we're going to see all damn day is Yummy versus Dracotail. Womp womp. I do not care. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. And I mean, that just might be the doomer in me, but at the same time, I'm like, they're very clearly drawing a line in the sand of like, we want to push new stuff. We'll give you your third Snake Eye Ash, but we want to push new shit. So, who knows? We'll see. I'm definitely going to be trying out Snake Eye at locals, so be prepared for that in the future. I'm definitely going to be trying out Snake Eyes, whether it be Snake Eye Fire King, just Snake Eye Fiendsmith, whatever I want to do, I'm definitely going to be trying that stuff out. So, but tell me your thoughts. What do you guys think? How are you feeling about it? Does it look fun to you at all? Are you guys dooming and glooming? Malice players, I'm sorry. As much as I hate that deck, you guys took the biggest hit, in my opinion. And Memento, Lunalight, Draco Tail players, rejoice. So, anyway, that'll be it for me today. Please be kind, be respectful, and I'll see you guys in future content now, because now I gotta start doing new stuff. Alright, guys. Peace!